brought bases, bacon, craving, sipping kratom, blazing lazy, baked like clay and turned by the hands of my lady. We send our rhymes to the kiln, killed and grilled, all the fine and skilled. There's kind of rhymes are getting built. Like to make you have to rewind just to steal them. So put your butts to seats while I cut this heat. He fucks with freaks, so come touch this meat. It's combustion heat, back to the basics. These are the first bars flavors. Fit insofar as I have created. So please savor it. No sweat from the labor, bitch. Real prophets got no profits in their pockets. Once you do, you probably lost it. But we gotta eat, gotta feast, gotta beat, throttle sweet, coddle streaks. Give a fuck what you got of these. Present, we present think, preventing precious leaks. Left suspending is a kettle overheat, standing over the edge like when that metal leaks. Drip, drip, steam. Drip, 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 steam. Drip, drip. Drip, 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 steam. Turn from the sanding and ending, but it'll be hard to turn from that money spending. In the end, it's all just pretend things, lending to help cover that ends meet. Sustaining this century, boy, that would be clean. But no, I thrive in the dirty, and I don't get along with those in a hurry. Yeah, I thrive in the dirty, don't get along with those in no hurry. Driving the 30, don't get along with those in a hurry. Bitter, misfit matter, mischief master, matter, had the verse to mix and master. Then my verse will kick the bastards. Rain soaked through my claim, my road boots and my pack, and still I'm laughing. The tall Mac got me on my back, alley bar back crap, serving sidewalk slams, Molotovs and a rock a crack. You could put your hands up, call a cab, I could whistle a tune and hop in the van. Peace signs and squatters' rights painted on the side, where the dogs, peeps and pegs, be too cramped yet, mate. Don't sweat it, alright, we're gonna drive all night. Several countries, several stories passing by, right before we say goddamn, what a ride. Road trip, slow ship, float slick, flow sick, road quick. I could walk 1,000 miles and I'd still roll kid. Road trip, road trip, road trip, low spin, roll it, don't quit. I could trip 1,000,000 meters and I'd still roll kid. Road trip, road trip, road trip.
Let me hear that one.
Meditating off a highway at a rest stop, alleviating my mind's ache to my hip hop. Tattoo nightmares on my skull, where my thoughts reside, light a light bulb. See my excitable mind shown, I'm sold for less. Get bold, I guess. You see the mold, and I'll give you respect. But will you go and then fucking break it, or will you slow it? Hold your breath, neglect to check the specs and stats, and step to the best blessed nomads. Road trip, slow ship, float slick, flow sick, road quick. I could walk 1,000 miles and I'd still roll kid. Road trip, road trip, road trip, low spin, roll it, don't quit. I could trip 1,000,000 meters and I'd still roll kid. Road trip, road trip, road trip.
Let me hear that one.
Come with me on that road trip.
I love you, and I guess I'll have to say it over and over and over and over and over.
Feeling sexy, might delete later. Yeah, boo, I bet your booty is sexy in Budapest. Sip that morning coffee that I brew the best. When I'm with you, I don't pursue the next. I ain't ludicrous, but if you get down low, then I'll do the rest. And I'm not meeting you sooner, it's something I do regret. I lose my breath when you move the press. Ooh, girl, let me put something beautiful in that uterus. I know you ain't new to this, so let's do the shit. It's love, baby, let me prove it. Feeling sexy, might delete later. She likes how I hit it, and now she's addicted. You asking what did it? Addicted. Banana split it, and then finish with whipping. Your business, you get it? Sometimes I'm only about that thing, yeah. Feeling feeling sexy. Feeling sexy, might delete later. Got a PhD, more than 8 years facing these dreams. pH on my D could be alkaline or acidic, depending on the tasting. Some ladies naysayers may say it's basic, but they can't wait to get spanked. I can't quite place why they always thank me. Afterwards, plenty nasty words, mouth pussy and cracked and turn and ask if I can do that again backwards. Babe, the answer was always yes. I personified academy, a best of both worlds, type of commodity, and both kinds of girls strive to honor me. Feeling sexy, might delete later. Her snatch is a snack and I'm fixing to get fat. It's buttery and I got the right kind of cutlery. High class, several different positions for the fork and spoons, large to small. We can't get sword, fuck a 4-course. Culinarily, I wanna taste competitively. Experimental methods and seasonings expressed in most fine dining themes. Ramsey keeps screaming, it's raw, but I go in full ball. So much for her to taste, she broke her jaw. Trying to comport herself, but she stands in awe. Feeling sexy, might delete later. I said, open up your soul. She said, for what? I said to freshen up with a cross strap, start floating love. Though comatose, I'm still a stone. No boats are prone to will myself alone and comb through bones. Still hold up in my wardrobe, nope, don't open those. Stand in the street, streaking, screaming my grievance. People leaning out the windows, them so they can't recognize my freedom. Steam rising from my wounds, widely healing. I be defying tombs of science, kinda like a demon. So who here's dying? Kick forward, stop the big four with my feet, then see the driver. Big gorgeous, sweet pedal floorboards, tires squeaking. One wink and she pulled over. Then we spent the entire weekend in the 4x4. Whole truck was creaking. If you would've peeked, then you'd see Kimbaku B had ropes tied around her cleavage.
And I guess I'll have to say over and over and over and over and
Always in the nick of time, find solace in friendship right before I dive back in the grime. Kindred kin, akin to kindling, light a fire underneath my underpants. I try bleeding chants to remind me of why it's nice to dance, despite any chides or tirade rants. All present circumstance lead to fantastic stories of futures past. Do you remember that? In a pub or a bar, in a tavern, the inn's full, better go sleep in the cavern. These bonds can't be broken despite distance or lack of ambition to make a phone lift. Eating, drinking, and being married with all the wherewithal. This ain't the place to be wary, where every piece of trash is a tool and garbage becomes something crafty and cool. We're always singing Rose Tattoo in the end, with no will to repent. You can go on ahead, send us to hell, just like the rest of our friends. Never be a challenge to write about the bonds I form. Reasons I grow past those buds from the bonds I shorn. Engineering poetic devices, it's not work. And love is a very large cog in the clockwork. Yeah, clockwork, back to the passions that matter like clockwork. Like clockwork, like clockwork. Relay race and relationships, clockwork. Team games, clockwork. Evolve and revolve, it's related like clockwork. Like clockwork, get back to the love, it's a must like clockwork. It's nice to have another half, being the type to forgive myself for every other gaffe. She can point out the flaws in that logic while kissing all my other flaws till it feels like I'm flawless. A flight woman who won't likely look a gift horse in the mouth. Unbridled, she'll brush her place down with loving concern, not watching ships to get account of every something that's earned. Unrivaled within a crowd, putting others ever first, never shrugging up the saddle of her own burdens. Mesmerized by her side, I'll help hold up the mantle till we both see curtains. Never be a challenge to write about the bonds I form. Reasons I grow past those buds from the bonds I shorn. Engineering poetic devices, it's not work. And love is a very large cog in the clockwork. Yeah, clockwork, back to the passions that matter like clockwork. Like clockwork, like clockwork. Relay race and relationships, clockwork. Team games, clockwork. Evolve and revolve, it's related like clockwork. Like clockwork, get back to the love, it's a must like clockwork. Adopted the moniker of stepfather, but the nana got a couple lost boys pumped and recalls on this modern beat. The pamper son about it up when it became time to shirk it. Yeah, the guy. Never be a challenge to write about the bonds I formed. Reasons I grow past those buds from the bonds I shorn. Engineering poetic devices is not work. And love is a very large cog in the clockwork. Yeah, clockwork. Back to the passions that matter like clockwork. Like clockwork, like clockwork. Relay race and relationships, clockwork. Team games, clockwork. Evolve and revolve, it's related like clockwork. Like clockwork, get back to the love, it's a must like clockwork. Words to keep hurting. Dirty usurp returns from me birdies chirping, searching the cure for these burnings. I'm uncomfortable in these bunkers, bro. Oh, what do you know? Inspiration's place ain't at home, so I had to leave my heart alone. Was gone for a couple of moons. Found it in the dirt, swept up with a broom. Right out of the verse, can't fuck with the room. Sounded like a curse when the muck became tomb. Not at the burst cause the structure was new. Found some new words when I clutched for new views. How's it absurd I can touch me amuse? Just cause it don't work to tuck in the truths. When I'm tucked in, it's some tough skin. It's a rough wind when you rust it. Ruffled up from tussling in the dirt. Shadow boxing with imposters. Caught me off guard, cuddling in coffins with odd shadow gods often.
So tired from them game with hips. Mein Kopf so stark, der im Kopf. Kann ich endlich wieder gehen, will ich endlich wieder stehen. Shadow boxing on the core. My heart is strong but off. Touch the ceiling, fuck the fame. Go to gang shit, not a game.
Been brewing goes stew to shoot my flu. I'm sick. Few fools don't get it, they tryna choke on that liquid. Bless 'em. Words are skin deep, but that bruise looks infected. Lesson learned, you get bone spurs when you come stepping. So step off the plank, chum, cause this shark it will thank you. Go and enlarge my tank some, win all the ranks won. Cause my armpits are rank, yuck. Bismarck, I've been placed in front, in charge but thankless. So fuck our relations, scars on my face, hun. So you know that I worked for this. I proletariat via to your chariot, and I put you in the hearse for it. Just because your verse is boring and you're rich from your parents, burdens you don't carry shit in all fairness. Maybe you should put your pack aside, swallow that pride, get a job and follow the herd foreman. I am dirt gorgeous, a merc soldier with firm floorboards, burnt dormant, word forming is just soaring. So don't ignore it. Absorbed in my formless cortex, contorted, supported by shit with the force, never dormant, never fought with your boring as porridge. No stories, better shore up your borders. I'm storming and morbidly. 40 soldiers before me and a shorty by each of my shoulders, performing promiscuous sexual sins. I'm a stiffy with 4 pairs of lips. Once I come, I sick blood. My baser instincts play me sweet singer scenes, and my heartstrings they drum. Never done. I ain't weak. I am a ravaging savage, a Viking on acid, berserk with a horn full of veil, getting blasted. I'm lasting. I'll outlive the last man. I'll outlifting lashes to slap at the lapdogs who acted as if they were the masters of masters. And with a spat of acid, I'm elastic, snapping back with a passion, clashing. I'm Captain Caspian on Aslan's back. Are you grasping this? Never a has been. Imagine that, cause he never did have sins in care packs, benches, weather past, grin with grand laughs, singeing letters, madeling from snare traps. Derailed, no fable. Where I dwell was so stale. I laid out the map and tagged the 4 corners. He nailed it. Bucket loads of flow, keep paling. In comparison, I dine with seraphim and derelict timeshares again. You'd be scared of him, even without his garrison. Bearing the soul, bearing sea royal, pairing me toil with the finest wines. You find that science has got a lot to do with the climate.
can't get it, I'm way too big-headed. I'ma let music get it. Für mein junges Impulsiv, ich brauch mir meine Omages. Ich steh nicht am Bett aktiv, in diesen Punkten verletzlich, zu comfortable.
Big head, I'm uncomfortable when I sit with the thought. And though I might switch and just on the notes, at the whizzing, the ignorant broke the volumes. His chemistry set was set to begin again and again and again and again. Self-reflection met with methods of shattering, scattered brain that don't matter. I can't contain my big head. My big-headed and stubborn can't end the mess. I don't get it, don't get it, don't get it. Too comfortable with this living.
If I can't get it, I'm way too big-headed. I'ma let music get it. Für mein junges Impulsiv, ich brauch mir meine Omages. Ich steh nicht am Bett aktiv, in diesen Punkten verletzlich, zu comfortable. I can't get it, I'm way too big-headed. I'ma let music get it. Für mein junges Impulsiv, ich brauch mir meine Omages. Ich steh nicht am Bett aktiv, in diesen Punkten verletzlich, zu comfortable.
I pop or receive in the reciprocity of the pompous. Whether the narrative of a populist or weightlifted from our narrator's conscience, who tells us senseless from the nonsense, incensed by the wisps of bittersweet whispers, withered as willows from withheld wisdoms, left with senses that are driven by sentiment, the minds of unscented incense, substance exchanged for dimness. So now the incentive is to learn with relentlessness, hope that yearning translates through my penmanship as I traverse verbal transgressions of verse through transistors, curse those resistant, burst veins as if it's Transylvania. Can't contain my age and images, Mr. Grey lineage, elite with my own, but I'm still a fucking gentleman. Was raised by great face, but let out to graze and I saw freedom reign. So now I go raise every edifice dedicated to that old hunch brain. Some things don't change, chaos is one of them. Stay out with plundering, say not the cumbersome. Play off the fumbling, clay pots rumbling. Stave off the lumbering, they often mumbling. Made off while slumbering, they off I'm loving them. Chaos is coming up, that chaos is coming up. Substance of fold in the page increased. I bumped into a stolen day, dim scene. Yeah, I compute that the whole is fake. Sim stream. You simulate in an EA game full of claim for one's own stake, but it's all the same. You can stab a steak and eat it too. Go and grab or rake them leaves is doomed. No attention made the last page turn to new. So share a look. Wim Hof could climb Everest naked and barefoot, but it's unrealistic to expect a Sherpa to tell his flock to neglect the conventions that brought so many safely to the top. Doing so might even break a few laws. Some things don't change, chaos is one of them. Stay out with plundering, say not the cumbersome. Play off the fumbling, clay pots rumbling. Stave off the lumbering, they often mumbling. Made off or slumbering, they off I'm loving them. Chaos is coming up, the chaos is coming up. If you want to escape the varied simulation and simulacra, it pays not to get paid, at least not a wage. And in fact, the act act in and of itself is a study of individualism. A pact to follow your most base or basic of inhibitions. Contractor building a house of sticks where you wouldn't be allowed to raise a kid. It ain't backwards, you find yourself there. It's not bereft of social outpairs, but you cannot have the freedom of spectacle pallbearers and still be responsible for more than you and yourself. How fair? Who are we to assume the handle of our macro lens? So assured of our faith in what it represents. Yeah, the animal farm never reached beyond the pen. Some things don't change, chaos is one of them. Stay out but plundering, say not the cumbersome. Play off the fumbling, clay pots go rumbling. Stave off the lumbering, they off the mumbling. Made off for slumbering, they off I'm loving them. Chaos is coming up, that chaos is coming up. Possibly bored of this. Crocs get poked with swords and sticks, their mouths open. Those are some gorgeous tricks. I made them raw steak, I made them chomp shaking. Babe, what I'm saying is I'll shave my balls later. You could call that a favor. Pardon my chocolate calm, it's largely warmer. Cock cloths and martyrs, sparring part of Sparta, warring lordy. Carving Congress, that are charring dogmas in their foreheads. Shoring scores of soldiers with my sword and short arm. More harm, core smart. The back door department at Walmart where I closed each one. Close this deal, I can't disclose the funds. I suppose in its gross, it's a cozy number run. So what? You know what? Blow me. Show us hoping for gloating and sugarcoating our invoking flow until it's soaked in head low. Notice me, showboating and focused on dobring. That was never for me. I'm just loading my dome with dopamine. Cold as snow and interloping with growing ghosts that I stopped for toking. I'm inhabiting a candlelit abandoned bit of bricks. I'm a fan of it. Ambulin, pen in hand and a can of grits. Savage slick, massive maverick. I'm a backpacking rapper tracking in past infractions and laughing. Yeah, that was some classic shit. Crossing out swastikas, pausing to fart and cough. I'm not the boss here, but I still cut you off. Marking your often cross becomes quickly washed. Sharpen up, lauded men rarely lose that talk. For that I'm sorry, but birds before swine. I curve, ignored shine, and serving gorge lines. The firm backwards mind, turn informed mind. The spurned resource wide. Word recourse for more peak force. More talk sure makes me sore. Don't need for these chores. Be forced, love and lean more sure. Reformed, fine. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Trample me under your feet and I'll turn and tear you to pieces. Biblical creases, see I dog at my thesis. Teasing my species, meditate on my feelings. See I got that LSD dreaming, cheap wine spieling. Tea with the queen, it requires my kneeling. But fuck that, it's too fancy. I'm committing faux pas often casually. Pulling China shops, smashing antiques. Oh no, it can't be. This is all organic, make it proud, Captain Planet. God damn it.
Holocross upside down, I've been walking off. Gotta catch my flight, gotta really bark it off. Yeah, talking all this shit, I'm feeling nauseous. I'm in love with making music, I'm just an artist. 2 steps ahead, yeah, I can watch your back again. Feel it itching on my ball sacks, not again. I took a risk to pop off wrist, my pockets in again. You've been talking all this, you've been talking crap again. Craps like I'm friends, bunch of bitches, me again. Ciao, I've been there, where is my mierda at? I've been running to the base like I'm ballin'. Yeah, skating for Russia, I'm stalling. Yeah, add me up, I'm all in. All my books, they dog eared, they not flawless. Shit, why you calling? I've been raising negativity, I'm falling.